Sarah White. Number 11, Ashlyn Haney. Number 12, Ruby Engert. Number 13, Olivia Melvin. Number 14, Bailey Bryan. Number 15, Lindsay Reed. Number 16, Danielle Parker. Number 17, Casey Gore. Number 18, Marley Cooper. Number 20, Hayden Larimore. Number 21, Harley Hunter. Number 23, Whitney McLean. Number 25, Zoe Deese. And number 28, Sam Wydelski. The head coach of the Trojans is Kevin True. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet your USCA Pacers. Wearing the libero jersey, number 1, Ella Hukol. Number 3, Anna Kate Loftus. Number 4, Haley Meyer. Number 5, Cadence Livingston. Number 8, Madison Fox. Number 7, Bailey Corrigan. Number 8 this time is Anna Summer. Number 9, also in the stylish libero jersey, is Kira Bostic. Number 11, Sydney Hogan. Number 12, Cami Mitrovich. Number 13, Avery Peterson. Number 15, Tucker Patterson. Number 16, Leilani Brown. Number 18, Chloe Duzenak. Number 20, Lexi Rogers. Number 22, Allie Bishop. Number 23, Haley Leskowski. And number 33, Bryn Westby. The head coach of the Pacers, Glenn Cox. The assistant coach is Kelsey Sperlin Yarborough. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd ask you to please rise if you are able as we honor America and those who defend our freedom both at home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem.
And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the University of South Carolina Aikens Convocation Center for another season of volleyball action as the Pacers open up their home season against the University of Mount Olive Trojans. I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us on your Friday morning. Pacers coming off of a tournament weekend last weekend on the road up at Wingate, finishing 1-2 in that tourney, losing match 0-3 to Francis Marion before picking up a win 3-1 over Coker, and then falling to the host squad, Wingate, in straight sets. Mount Olive in a similar situation. They're starting the season as well, 1-2, dropping their first two matches against Florida Tech and Lenore Ryan by scores of 0-3 and 1-3 respectively, before finishing off the tournament with a victory over Catawba, 3-1. The teams are just about ready to get going here. Very young team for the Pacers, a lot of fresh new faces out there. 8 freshmen on this squad for Glenn Cox. 7 of which are true freshmen for the Pacers. So a lot of young talent to nurture. And out there on the floor, a couple of the veterans right now. It's, only 4 upperclassmen for the Pacers. Anna Summer, Lexi Rogers, and Allie Bishop all out there raring to go, along with Sydney Hogan. Serving things to start us off will be Mount Olive. It'll be their libero, Brianna Tanton. Serve is up and on its way. We are underway. Hogan with a high set. Here comes the attack. They'll be dug out in the back row by number 13, Olivia Melvin. Attack comes in. Nice dig there by the Pacers' Kira Bostic, but it's going to drift over the net, and Mount Olive strikes first. Kira Bostic wearing the libero jersey for the Pacers. Looks like Glenn Cox is going to go with a pair of liberos in today's match, with Bostic sharing most of the duty. Tanton's serve is going to be wide, and the Pacers will take the point on the service error. Taking the ball to serve for USCA and Anna Kate Loftus. Had a stellar freshman season, looking to build on that here in her sophomore campaign. Nice short serve, and it's a service ace for Anna Kate Loftus. Loftus' 4th service ace on the season. Hard serve. Clean reception this time, set up here by Tanton. Attack from the far side is going to go off the hands of Bostic and down. Rachel Clark getting credited with the kill, and Mount Olive takes the point. Casey Gore will come off the bench to serve for Mount Olive. Gore's serve comes in. Be played by Bostic. Set up here by Hogan. Attack. Dug out nicely by Caroline Schaefer. Attack runs into the top of the net and just gets over through the block. It'll be a point for Mount Olive. Tanton will get the kill. Gore serving it up again. The serve will be played by Rogers. Hogan sets it back for Lexi Rogers. That attack popped high into the air. Plenty of time to catch up to it as Schaefer gives it a bump. This one will be sent on over with the bump by Melvin. Hogan sets, far side. Attack runs into the block, corralled by the Pacers, but a miscommunication between Loftus and Bostic is going to cost them. It'll be credited as a block, though a mental error surely will be put down in the game notes for Coach Cox. Serve played by Bostic. Loftus plays it to Rogers. Rogers sends it on over, looking for the corner. Dug out in the back row. Set up here by Schaefer. Attack far side. It's Melvin, and it's going to hit the antenna or go on the wrong side of the antenna. Either way, point goes to the Pacers. They're back within 1. Now Anna Summer will head to the line to serve. Gets her serve on over to Schaefer. Quick set, attack just gets over. I don't know if that was a misfire on the set, but Rachel Clark able to work with it anyway to get it over the top of the net and down for a kill. So Clark will head to the line to serve. Hard serve goes to Loftus. Sydney Hogan sets it, sends it over. Give a campfire kill to Sydney Hogan, catching the defense asleep. Madison Fox will stub into the match for the Pacers, taking over on service duty as Hogan takes a breather. Fox sends her serve. Good movement on the serve, but it's received cleanly by Gore. Attack here by Caitlin Landis is corralled by the Pacers. Set far side attack, a smoker somehow corralled, and Schaefer will send it over. Set up by Fox. Another attack goes for a lighter touch this time, and it's going to drop on the Pacers side. Chloe Duzenak trying to get it over with a light touch. And instead, Danielle Parker is able to send it right back where it came from. Well, Lindsay Reed will step back out onto the floor. She will go to the line to serve for Mount Olive as they lead the Pacers 6-4 early in the first set. Serve, tough handle, and that's going to be shanked out of bounds for a service ace. Well, Reed takes the service ace. Mount Olive takes the point. And it's now a 3-point advantage for the visitors. Clean reception this time. Fox sets it on up. Here comes the attack by Rogers, and it's going to end up down despite the effort. Lexi Rogers picking up the kill. Pacers stopping the short run. And now Rogers will head to the line. Lexi Rogers, who was having an excellent year last year before she was derailed with an injury, serves up a nice one, sent right back to the Pacers' side. Fox will set here near side. Attack from Loftus, can't get through the defense. And the point goes to Mount Olive. Olivia Melvin getting credited with the block there. Serve from Melvin, met by Rogers. Set from Fox, attack, and right down the line. Give that kill to Avery Pearson. Pearson reading the defense nicely there, placing that ball right down the line on that left side. Alison Bostic to the line to serve. Serve met by Melvin. Attack runs into the block, corralled by Schaefer. Set up, far side, attack this time from Riesinger. Pacers work it around. Loftus through the defense. Schaefer is there. Another set going right back to number 7. Pacers working it on their way, and Loftus will send it over with a bump. Set back up, attack on its way from Riesinger, and Riesinger bounces it off a body for the kill. Caroline Schaefer to the line to serve. Schaefer's serve goes to Loftus. Fox shoveling it on over, and Madison Fox picking up the point. Fox will take a step off the floor as Sydney Hogan returns to action to serve. Hogan sending the ball on its way, and right into the net, broke too early. Another service error. One area the Pacers have had difficulty with is the serve. They're very aggressive, so they pick up a lot of service aces, but on the flip side, a lot of service errors to go with them. And currently they are sitting negative in the service ace to service error category on the season. Coming into the match, they're 14 aces to 20 errors. Serve comes into Rogers. Hogan with the setup. Here's Summer on the attack, and Summer's attack just goes long. Looking to get it into the back row, and it missed the line by a couple inches. Anna Tanton to serve for the Trojans. Hard serve is met by Bostic. Hogan sets it. Summer on the attack. Goes for the lighter touch, and that's what she needed as she picks up the kill. And the ball goes into the trash can, so they're going to get a fresh one and might need a fresh game ball as well. Take that one out of the rotation. And Kate Loftus at the line serving. Serve is going to be played by Olivia Melvin. Set up here by Schaefer. Attack from Riesinger. Worked around by the Pacers. It's Hogan setting for Rogers. Rogers runs into the block. That one is stuffed. Caitlin Landis and Rachel Clark will get credit for the block. And Rachel Clark is definitely somebody you want to watch out for. She is, coming into the match, she is averaging 1 block per set. 11 total blocks on the season. And she just added to that total here. Casey Gore's serve is picked up by Bostic. Tough handle, but Rogers gets the attack through the block. Dug on out nicely. Popped on up into the air. They're going to send it over on the hands of Landis. Hogan with the setup on the attack from the right side, and that's going to end up just getting in for the kill. Allie Bishop picking up the point. Hannah Summer on the serve. Gets it over the net. It's met by Melvin. Attack gets through the Pacer defense. Caitlin Landis will get credited with the kill as Mount Olive is just stifling any run attempt the Pacers try to make. 13-9 your score halfway through the first set. The Trojans leading the Pacers by 4. That'll be Rachel Clark to serve. Clark's serve is met by Rogers. Hogan with the setup. Attack. Finds its way through the defense and down. Credit the kill to Avery Pearson. Well, the back and forth affair continues. It's a 3-point advantage for UMO. Madison Fox serves. Serve met by Gore. Attack coming in by Landis, and Landis finds some opening for the kill. It'll be Lindsay Reed to serve now as she comes back off the bench. Reed's serve is long. Pacers take the point. Lexi Rogers serving it up. Short serve, received nicely by Danielle Parker. Attack is through the defense. Olivia Melvin read the block nicely and delayed her attack to the last second to get the kill. Melvin, the top scorer for this Mount Olive team, came into the match averaging 3 kills per set, total of 34 on the season. Attack right up the middle. And they're going to blow it dead. Net violation is going to be the call. Point goes to Mount Olive. Olivia Melvin sends it. Hard serve. Rogers reaches out and gets a hold of it. Brought back into play. Going to be a tough play as Loftus just bumps it over. Worked around by Mount Olive. Attack here on the near side. It's Haney. Back over to the Mount Olive end. Another attack. Runs right back into the block. Mount Olive ready for it. Attack now from Riesinger. And Riesinger finally finds a way through the Pacer defense for the kill. And a timeout taken by the Pacer bench. Score 17-11. Mount Olive leads the home squad by 6. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Timeout comes to a close. We'll get back to the action. Again, 17-11. Mount Olive leads here in the first set of the first match of this weekend tournament, hosted by the University of South Carolina-Aiken. Olivia Melvin still at the line serving. The serve comes in. It is played by Bostic. Set up, attack far side, off the block and down. Chloe Duzenak will get the kill. Pacers will get the first point out of the break. Pacers need to get a run going here. They've been unable to string together points in this first set. Attack played by Schaefer, a bit awkwardly, but the attack comes in by Riesinger. Worked back around by the Mount Olive end, pushed on over by Melvin. Met by Duzenak. Fox with the setup. Attack from Loftus. Dug out nicely by Reed. Sent back over to the Pacer end. Pacers work it around, set up the attack from Summer. Setup. Tipped on over. Pacers ready for it. Fox pushing, looking for the corner. Melvin makes a nice play on it. Set far side. Riesinger attack and down for the kill. Heck of a point there, and Mount Olive takes it. All momentum back on the visitors' end. Caroline Schaefer to serve. Her serve, played by her counterpart, right back to her. Setting up the attack. Attack on its way from Clark. Nice move by the Pacers to read it. Attack from Riesinger. Into the block and down. Duzenak and Summer teaming up to form the wall to get the point. Pacers take over on serve. It's Sydney Hogan to the line. Hogan's serve goes right to Melvin. Riesinger sets it on up. Attack coming from Haney. Played on a hand by Bostic. Right back over. Set up again. Attack from Haney. Met by Hogan again. Set from Bostic. Attack far side. Tipped over. Melvin pinballed. And it's back over to the Pacers side. Attack from Summer this time. That goes off the block and met by Melvin. Set up here from Reed. Attack down the line and just wide. Pacers take the point. The Pacers had that point won, but a pinball defense by Mount Olive kept it going just a bit longer. Hogan serves to Melvin. Set up by Reed. A quick attack. Pinball this time by the Pacers. And now Mount Olive sending it back over. Hogan with the dig. Set up here. Attack pushed on over by Bishop. A Haney on the attack, and Haney drops it down in front of Rogers for the kill. Make it 19-14 Mount Olive. Brianna Tanton back onto the floor to serve. Landis joins her as well. And Tanton serves it up. Serve met by Rogers. Hogan with the setup. Attack from Bishop up the middle. And that's going to get down for the kill. Schaefer made a play on it, but couldn't get it high enough to corral. Loftus with the serve. Played by Melvin. Set up by Tanton. Pushed on over by Clark. And Clark finds some open hardwood for the kill. Casey Gore to serve now for Mount Olive. They lead the Pacers by 5. And a momentary pause as they mop up the floor. Very cool in the Convocation Center. It's about to call it the Condensation Center because of all the condensation that's forming out there. We'll get back to the action as they've mopped up. Ready to go. Gore to serve. Serve and received by Bostic. Hogan with the quick set for Summer, and Summer's attack just kisses the line for the kill. Now coming into the match, Anna Summer, the top hitter for the Pacers, led the team in kills last weekend with 27 in total and also a .355 hitting percentage. As she goes to the line to serve. Short serve, just gets over the net. Tipped right back on over, but Mount Olive is ready for it. Attack from Melvin, and Melvin bounces it off the shin of Hogan for the kill. Mount Olive looking to close this one out as they lead 21-16. Rachel Clark serving. Her serve, tough handle, popped on up. Attack from Bishop. Dug on out, right back to the Pacers' side, and Rogers' attack goes long, and the Pacers looking for a tip. No tip is called. Coach Glenn Cox coming out to argue. And the officials are going to stand by their call without a conference. Clark will serve. Push back over. Melvin gives it a tap. Pacers work it around. Rogers looking for the corner, and Rogers' attack just misses it by a couple inches. And a timeout taken by USC Aiken, 23-16. Mount Olive on the verge of closing out the first set. We'll take a break. Be right back. Pacers just taking a very short break, coming right back to it. They trail 23-16. And Mount Olive coming back out onto the floor. Clark serving it up. Be met by Loftus. Hogan with the set. Attack on the far side. Be dug up by Landis. Attack from Melvin. Tipped over the block. Met by Rogers. Pushed over this time by Loftus looking for the corner. It's met by Clark this time. Set up again for Melvin. Gets it over the block. Met by Hogan. Set up here for Rogers. Rogers swing through the block. Dug up by Tanton. Set attack from Landis. Dug out nicely in the back row. Hogan sets for Rogers again. Off the blockers and down. Middle of nowhere. Alexi Rogers beats out the defense for the kill. Madison Fox back out to serve. Good tough serve. Mount Olive able to work it through the defense. Loftus with the dig. Fox sets. Attack comes through. Dug up. Plenty of time to set this up. As it'll be sent on over by Schaefer. Loftus set from Fox. Attack far side. Through the block and down. Kill for Duzenak. Point for USC Aiken. Fox will serve. Melvin receives. Set from Tanton. Attack for Melvin. Dug up by Bostic. Fox with the setup. Rogers on the attack. Looking for the corner. It's met by Schaefer. Another set from Tanton. Attack. Dug nicely by Fox. Attack this time quickly from the Pacers with no setup. Mount Olive back on the attack. Dug by Loftus and right back over. Set here from Schaefer. Melvin pushes it over through the block and down for the kill. Set point for Mount Olive at 24-18. That'll be Lindsey Reed serving for the set. Serve is long and goes to the Pacers. Set point number 2. Rogers to serve for USC Aiken. Service to Melvin. Set here from Reed. Tipped on into the block. Pacers pushed up into the air. Attack goes off of Schaefer. Chloe Duzenak getting the kill there. I don't think Schaefer expected the ball to come over, and we're getting a timeout from the Mount Olive bench as the Pacers trying to get right back into this one. 24-20. Mount Olive still leading, but the Pacers trying to make the comeback. Timeout comes to a close. We'll get back to the action. Mount Olive up 24-20 on the Pacers, but USCA conserving with Lexi Rogers at the line. Rogers serve, goes to Melvin. Set up by Reed. Tipped on over by Haney. Pacers work it. Rogers on the attack. Nice dig there by Schaefer. Plenty of time here for Reed as she sets for Melvin. Tries to punch it over, but can't do it. Anna Kate Loftus reaching up and denying the punch over. 24-21 the score now. Rogers with the serve again. It's met by Gore. Set on for Melvin. Melvin's attack smoked, but Rogers digs it up cleanly. Fox with the set for Loftus, and Loftus gets it off the block for a kill. Anna Kate Loftus keeping the Pacers in it. 24-22 now the score. Rogers floats it over. Set here by Reed. Attack stuffed at the net. Anna Kate Loftus and Avery Pearson forming the wall and forcing another timeout. Pacers have clawed their way back into this one. It's 24-23. We'll take another short break. Be right back. Back from the timeout, it's a one-point set, 24-23 Mount Olive, who looked like they were going to easily close this set out, has suddenly had to deal with a resurging Pacers. Serve on its way. Played by Melvin. Set back up for Melvin, and Melvin just manages to get it on the line to close out the first set. 25-23 the final score, but all the momentum is wearing red as the Pacers storm back to make that one a contest. We're going into set number 2. Mount Olive leading 1-0 as the teams switch sides. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Set number 1 went the way of Mount Olive. 25-23. Pacers, though, have the momentum as we move into set number 2. Take a look at some of the stat leaders. Leading the way for USC Aiken is Chloe Duzenak on offense. She's picked up 3 kills on 5 swings for a .600 hitting percentage. Defensively for the Pacers, Anna Kate Loftus leading the way with 8 digs, along with a pair of block assists. Avery Pearson teaming up with her for a pair as well. Over on the visiting side, Mount Olive is led by Olivia Melvin. She's picked up 5 kills in the contest on 13 swings, hitting .231 on the match. Defensively, it's Caroline Schaefer with 7 digs, followed closely by Casey Gore 6. And on the blocking side of things, Rachel Clark and Olivia Melvin each have a pair of block assists. And the scoreboard's having some issues here, so we're going to have a little bit of a delay as they reset it. 110-36 is not quite a volleyball score. Nor is 110-17. While they sort this out, a reminder that there's more volleyball action here at the USC Aiken Convocation Center at 1 o'clock p.m. or tentatively at 1 o'clock p.m. Augusta University will play North Greenville in the second game here on the main court, followed by Carson Newman against Francis Marion. Then the Jaguars will return at 5 to play Mount Olive, this Mount Olive squad, right here on this floor, before we finish things off with USC Aiken versus Carson Newman at 7 o'clock p.m. or relatively around that time. All depends on how long these matches go. Since we're playing every single match here on the main floor, those times are tentative to change. Well, the scoreboard situation seems to have been fixed. We'll get right back to the action. Set number 2. Mount Olive leading 1-0. Pacers will serve to get us started. It'll be Sydney Hogan at the back line to serve for the Pacers. Serve is up and on its way. Gets over the net. It's met by Melvin. Set up attack here on the near side by Riesinger, and Riesinger strikes first for the Trojans. Tanton on the serve for Mount Olive. Hogan will set it up. Here's the attack from Summer. Worked around by Melvin. Set at the net. Attack. Runs into the block. Push back over to the Mount Olive end. Set up here by Schaefer. Attack far side. It's Landis. Dug out nicely by Rogers. Quick set. Attack from Summer. Mount Olive works it in their end. Landis on the attack again. Into the net and down. One too many touches is the call. Pacers take the point. It'll be Anna Kate Loftus at the line to serve. Serve on its way. Hard serve. Schaefer receives. Set, attack from Riesinger, and she will find an opening for the kill. Casey Gore to serve for Mount Olive. Gore's serve will be met by Bostic. Attack from Summer, guts off the block and gets down for a point. Summers' attack will be received by Gore. Attack on that far side, gets through the block and out of the reach of a diving Hogan. Caitlin Landis will get credited with the kill as Mount Olive retakes the lead. Serve, Rogers receives. Attack gets over and just gets down. Allie Bishop, no, they're going to let it play. And the ball is wide. The point goes to the Pacers. It looked like Allie Bishop got the kill, but the officials say that the pancake dig was successful. Well, Madison Fox will head to the line. She serves it on up. Received by Gore. Set, attack, dug by Fox. Set high into the air. Attack from Rogers. Lexi Rogers with a rocket for the kill. Serve from Fox again. Received by Gore. Bump set, attack. Ooh, just a misfire. Not a great angle there for Caitlin Landis. She tried to tip it on over, but by the time she got to the ball, it was already in the net. Fox serving it up again. Met by Melvin. Set back up for Melvin. That attack will be dug up by Bostic. Plenty of time as Fox sets for Rogers. Rogers, nice dig there by Schaefer. Set again for Melvin. She gets through the block and just beats out Anna Kate Loftus for the kill. Mount Olive halts the run as the Pacers are enjoying their first lead of the contest, 5-4. Serve comes in, is played by Bostic. Fox with the setup, attack, Rogers. That's just going to end up long. Mount Olive takes the point, and we're tied up at 5. Serve comes into Rogers, goes right back over to the Mount Olive end. They'll set up. Attack here from Melvin, and Melvin just rifles that one down the line for a kill right to the left side of Bostic. Serve comes in, Loftus plays it, Fox sets. Here's the attack from Duzenak. Dug on up, back to the Pacer, and Rogers sends it long. And Mount Olive will take the point on the miscue. And the serve is long. Point goes to the Pacers. Rogers serves. Melvin receives. Set from Reed. Attack. Runs into the net. Point goes to USC Aiken. Or no, correction, I'm sorry. Point goes to the Trojans. Looked like the ball went into the net, but they're going to say it went off the blockers and out. Mount Olive takes the point. Melvin to serve. Serve received by Bostic. Will set on up for Loftus. Loftus runs into the block, and it is stuffed. Ashlyn Haney credited with the block on that play. Mount Olive now leading 9-6. And that serve hits the corner. Melvin with a nice break on her serve picks up the kill. Or not the kill, the service ace, I should say. And a timeout taken by the Pacer bench. Mount Olive up 10-6 over USC Aiken here in set number 2. They lead 1-0. They come back from the break. Pacers find themselves behind once again. It's 10-6 the score. Mount Olive leading this USC Aiken squad. Melvin will serve up. Serve received by Rogers. Set, attack. Worked around by Mount Olive. Attack gets through the block and goes through everybody on the defense. Ashley Haney credited with the kill on that. Melvin serving again. Service to Rogers. Fox runs over to play this. Loftus on the attack, and Anna-Kate Loftus gets it on the line for the kill. Loftus stopping the Mount Olive run, getting the ball back over to the USC Aiken end. And Kira Bostic to serve. Bostic's serve is played by her counterpart Schaefer. Set on up. This one's just going to get bumped over by Haney. Bostic starts it up. Fox with the setup. Attack is off the blockers and out. Give the kill to Chloe Dusenak. Give the point to the Pacers. Serve just gets over the net. Played by Schaefer. Set for Melvin. This attack dug up by Bostic. It goes back over to the Mount Olive end. Well, they'll set up. Melvin gives it a push. Played by Rogers. Fox trying to shovel it on over. Mount Olive was ready for it, though. Attack this time from Riesinger. Worked around by the Pacers. Rogers on the attack. Just over the net. Dug on up. Schaefer with the set. Attack coming in from Haney. Pacers, nice dig in the back row by Rogers. And the Pacers are able to recover. I thought maybe there might be one too many touches. Back over to the Pacer end, and it drops. USC Aiken takes the point. Excellent defense there. Give some credit to Lexi Rogers for making a spectacular dig in the back row to keep that play alive. Bostic with the serve. Set up here by Schaefer, and nobody there to take the set. Point goes to the Pacers on the mental miscue. 11-10 the score now. Mount Olive leading by 1. Bostic with a little bit of a shorter serve. Played by Parker. Tipped on over, and they're going to blow it dead. A lift, a ball handling error is the call, and the Pacers have tied it at 11 as we hit the halfway mark of the second set. Good hard serve. Received cleanly, and it's going to get blown dead again. Blocking error is the call. Or an illegal attack is the call. On the floor, Pacers take the lead, 12-11, regardless of what the official scoring says. It's still a point. Schaefer receives, set, attack, far side, into the block. But it just goes out. It'll be Ashlyn Haney getting the kill as she's able to beat out the defense. Caroline Schaefer serving. Loftus will receive. Fox looking to set. Goes right back over to the Mount Olive end. They'll tap it on down. Going to be Riesinger who gets the kill. As that serve reception just drifted a little too far. Schaefer sends it. Rogers will receive. Fox with the set. Summer on the attack, and Anna Summer is able to thread that through the defense for a kill. So Sydney Hogan will step to the line to serve now, tied at 13. Melvin receives. Set far side. Attack from Haney is going to find an opening through the defenders. Bostic made a play on it, but couldn't get any lift. Brianna Tanton back off the bench. She'll go to the line to serve. Serve with some movement. Played by Loftus. Bostic sets it for Anna Kate. That one sent on over. Attack from Riesinger. Nice dig there by Rogers. Hogan sets it for Loftus again. Floated on over. Met by Schaefer on the dig. Set. Attack into the net. They might give the block to Bishop and Summer. Either way, the point goes to USCA, and we're tied at 14. Ball is up and on its way. Just gets over the top of the net. Played by Clark. Shoveled on over. Met by Hogan. Set for Rogers. Rogers into the block and wisely pulls her arms back as that ball was headed out. Lexi Rogers picks up the kill. Pacers take the point. Hard serve. Met by Melvin. Pushed on over, and they're going to blow it dead. Illegal attack. Pacers get another point on the error by the ladies in white. 16-14 now is your score. The serve is played by Riesinger. Set from Schaefer. Riesinger sends it over with a swing, and she sends it wide. Another point for USC Aiken. And a timeout taken. Mount Olive will take the timeout. It's 17-14. USC Aiken with a 3-point cushion. We'll be back in just a moment. Timeout comes to a close. Action will resume. Pacers up 17-14 here in the second set. They trail Mount Olive 1-0. Anna Kate Loftus continuing to serve, trying to keep this run going for the Pacers after the timeout. Loftus serve, just gets over. Melvin plays it. Quick set at the net. Ooh, and a nice attack and kill. Rachel Clark taking advantage of the short set and finding the open side there in the corner. It'll be Casey Gore to serve for Mount Olive as they finally have halted the run. And that one just hits the line. The Pacers backed off thinking it was going to go out. But instead, it's a service ace for the Trojans. Gore's serve will be met by Bostic. Hogan will set for Rogers. Rogers through the block. Melvin is there. Set up from Tanton. Back for Melvin, and that one hits the blockers and down. Allie Bishop, Anna Summer form the wall, get the point. And speaking of Anna Summer, she will go to the line to serve. Serve received cleanly. Set for Melvin here on the near side. Hogan plays it on a dig. Summer sets for Rogers. Rogers attack through the block. It'll be dug by Tanton. Quick set from Schaefer. Attack through the blockers and down. And they're going to say Caitlin Landis got her hand on it last as she gets credited with the kill. I thought for a second it might have been Tanton. Hard serve, too hard as that one soars through the back end. Pacers take the point. Sixth service error of the match for Mount Olive as Madison Fox serves it on up. Played by Schaefer. Set for Melvin, and that one is going to just go off of Loftus and down for the kill. Lindsay Reed off the bench will go to the line serving. Mount Olive down 19-18. The serve to Rogers. It's a short serve, tough handle. Fox popping it on up. Attack from Loftus will be dug nicely by Reed. Melvin on the attack over the block. Loftus is there to dig. Fox, quick set, attack, and kill. Avery Pearson going right at the block and getting the kill. Rogers sending it on its way. Be received by Gore. Set far side attack. Nice dig by Bostic. It's sent right back over. Mount Olive was ready for it. Here on the near side, it's Haney, and Haney finds his way through the defense for the kill. And good defense there by Bostic getting the dig on a ball she really didn't have any business digging. Olivia Melvin will go to the line to serve for Mount Olive. Delays on the serve, and that might have got the Pacers to flinch as it's a service ace. As she approached the line, she almost she hesitated on the jump. And then she took a swing at the ball. Here comes the serve at 20-20. Back on over. Bouncing ball played by Loftus. Melvin will dig it in the back row. Attack far side. Haney runs into the block. It's stuffed. Avery Pearson. It was Avery Pearson and Chloe Duzenak. Pacers back ahead by 1, 21-20. You're in the latter stages of the set. Bostic steps to the line to serve. It's a floater, and it's down in front of Riesinger for the ace. Only the second service ace of the match for USC Aiken. Well, that ties them even on service errors. I wanted to wait till that ball was played before I finished that statement. Attack from Melvin, dug out in back row by Bostic. Set for Duzenak. That one will go off the antenna, and it'll be a point for Mount Olive. Caroline Schaefer to the line. 22-21 the score. Schaefer's serve goes to Rogers. Bostic will bump it. Loftus gives it a swing off the block. Melvin meets it in the back row. Set up near side here. Riesinger off the blockers and out. It'll be a kill for number 7 in white. And Mount Olive has tied the match up again at 22. Schaefer's serve is on its way. Met by Loftus. Fox comes over to play it. Anna-Kate Loftus gives it a swing. Goes off an arm towards the bench, but played by Melvin, and Schaefer will send it over. Rogers to Fox for Anna-Kate. That one dug by Melvin. Set on up, and this one's just going to be sent on over by Reed. Fox gives it a set for Anna Summer, and Anna Summer's attack is on the line for the kill. Sydney Hogan to the line. 23-22. Pacers back out in front. Hogan with the serve. It'll be played by Melvin. Quick set, attack, and kill. Credit the point to Rachel Clark. Mount Olive taking back over. It'll be Tanton to serve. Tanton's serve goes to Lexi Rogers. Hogan will set it up. Attack. Gets through the defense. Allie Bishop giving it a tap on through for the kill. Loftus serving it up. Played by Schaefer. Set into the block and down. Point Pacers set. Goes to USC Aiken 25-23. The Pacers have tied this match up at 1 set apiece. As the teams switch sides again, we're going to take a 3-minute break. Be back with the third set. A brand new match coming to you in just a little bit. And the third set just about ready to get underway. Let's take a look at some of the numbers after 2 sets of volleyball. Leading the way on offense for Mount Olive is Olivia Melvin, still leading with 9 kills on the day on 26 swings. However, hitting percentage-wise, that belongs to Ashlyn Haney. 5 kills on 10 swings for an even .500 hitting percentage. Caitlin Landis also having an excellent day with 5 kills on 11 swings for .364. On the Pacers side of things on offense, Anna Summer has overtaken Chloe Duzenak for the kills leader with 6. She has a hitting percentage as well of .500. Duzenak still having a respectable match with 4 kills on 8 swings with only 1 error for a good .375 hitting percentage. Defensively for the Pacers, it's Anna Kate Loftus leading the way with 9 digs and 3 blocks. Kira Bostic sitting there with 8 digs respectively. And also Avery Pearson picking up a trio of digs, blocks, including a solo block back in that set. For Mount Olive, the dig leader, Caroline Schaefer, with 9, followed by the tandem of Olivia Melvin and Casey Gore with 7 apiece. Block numbers haven't changed all that much. Riesinger and Melvin still sitting with a pair of block assists.
Serving to start set number 3 for the Trojans, number 4, Grant Tanner.
A serve on its way to start up the set. Rogers receives. Hogan with the set. Attack from Bishop. Allie Bishop starting things off with a hot shot. It's 1-0 Pacers. Loftus serves. Played by Melvin in the back row. Set up for Melvin. She's just going to bump it on over. Free ball for the Pacers. Set. Attack from Summer. Runs into the block, but corralled by the Pacers. Rogers looking for the corner, but Melvin is there. Set here on the near side. Landis' attack dug out in the back row. Set from Hogan. Summers' attack gets through for the kill. Summer serving it up. Good movement on the serve, but it's corralled. Attack. Ooh! Climbing the ladder. Rachel Clark just slapping that one down into the hardwood for the kill. That's one way to get on the board. 2-1 the score here in the third set. Pacers leading early on. Momentary mopping break on the floor. Ready to get back to it. It's Casey Gore to serve. The serve comes in to Bostic. Summer on the attack, and Anna Summer answers right back, going right at the libero Schaefer with a bullet. Anna Summer will go to the line to serve now. Floats it on over. Almost a collision on the reception, but it's played cleanly. Melvin's attack goes into the blockers, and she's able to beat out the Pacer defense for the point. Well, Rachel Clark serving now for Mount Olive. Sends her serve in to Loftus. Hogan will set it up. Attack on the far side by Bishop, and that one goes off the block and soars into the seats. Allie Bishop will get the kill. Pacers will get the point. Madison Fox will take over at service. Played by Gore. Sent on over. Nice reaction by Fox to get the dig. Attack from Rogers off the blockers, and Alexi Rogers will get the kill. Fox with another short serve, played nicely by Gore. Set, attack, dug nicely by Bostic. Fox will set for Loftus, who gives it a nice swing. Gore there to dig. Set, attack, Parker on the attack, and Parker gets the kill. Lindsay Reed will go to the line to serve for Mount Olive now. 5-3 your score early in the third. And that serve hits in. Again, Mount Olive's service has a great break on it. And it is fooling the Pacers in the back row to thinking it's going to go out. This one will be played by Loftus. Fox with the set, attack, runs into the block. Oh, and they're going to give that to the Pacers. I thought for a second that landed in on the Pacers' side. But they're going to say Avery Pearson beat the defense. So a kill for her, point for USC Aiken. Floater, played by Schaefer. Set from Melvin, far side, off of Fox, who just reacted at it, trying to protect her face, as that one came in with some power. That wouldn't have mattered if she had made a great play on it, as a net violation was called. Well, Melvin will still get the kill as she goes to the line to serve. Serve goes to Rogers, high into the air. Fox comes over to play it. Tough handle. This one will get pushed on over. Ooh, dug up by Reed. Good spin on the ball. That one goes off a block, and Rogers nearly taking out Coach Glenn Cox, trying to make a play on that one. All tied up at 6 apiece. Melvin to serve again. Her serve goes into the net. Point for USC Aiken. 7th service error to 5 service aces for this Mount Olive squad at this point in the match. Bostic just gets it over the net. Set up by Reed. Here's the attack from Haney. Pacers work it around. Shoveled on over. Read by Schaefer and kept alive. And they're just going to bump it on over by Haney. Pacers working the ball around. Up onto the far side. Into the blockers. Popped into the air. Kept in by Schaefer. And it'll be sent over by Reed. Another free ball for USC Aiken. Set up. Attack. Far side. Duzenak's attack. Worked around by the Trojans. It's Schaefer with the set. Attack from Haney. There's Rogers to get the dig. Fox will set. Attack from Summer. Worked around by Mount Olive. Now an attack from Riesinger. Gets on through the defense. And Mount Olive just won a hard-fought point. That might shift the momentum back over to the visiting side. Schaefer with the serve. That one will be played by Bostic. Fox with the setup. Loftus on the attack. Anna Kate Loftus answering right back. She said, what momentum? As she buried that one in the back row. Sydney Hogan to the line to serve, up 8-7. Serve is played by Melvin. Get a setup from Reed. Attack from Haney, runs into the defense, worked around by Mount Olive. Back onto the far side, Riesinger, and Riesinger just kisses the line with that swing to get the kill. Brianna Tanton back out onto the floor to serve. The serve goes off of Loftus. She made a late decision to play that ball, and that was just a bad angle to try to play it. That'll be a service ace for Brianna Tanton. It'll be played by Rogers. Hogan with a good set. Attack from Loftus. Gets it over the defense where Melvin meets it. Set up for Riesinger. That attack will be dug up by Bostic. Hogan with the set. Summer with the attack. And Anna Summer able to beat Tanton for the kill. Loftus serving it up. Set up for Melvin. She'll just give it a swing. It'll be played by Bostic. Hogan sets far side. Attack and a bullet. Allie Bishop going down it hard into the hardwood floor in the back row for another kill. Allie Bishop with some really nice swings today. Loftus, that serve is going to be long and wide, so the service error ties this one up at 10 as we near the halfway mark of the third set. Casey Gore on the serve, made by Rogers. Hogan does a nice job keeping that one in play. Nice dig by Schaefer on the defensive side. And Melvin finding the open floor. Olivia Melvin saw the defense was pretty much all to the right side, and she went left with it. On Olive back out in front. Bostic. Hogan, tough set, but she's able to get it off, and the Pacers get the point. Anna Summer picking up the kill for her effort. Anna Summer at the line now. Summer floats it in. He played by Gore. Set for Melvin. That one runs into the defense. Melvin picking up the kill. Hard serve from Clark. Pushed on over, and that one's just going to end up wide. Pearson trying to go down the line. Missed it by about half a foot. Large serve, Rogers meets it. Hogan with the set, attack, goes off ahead. That's going to be a kill and a point. Allie Bishop getting another good swing on it and picking up another kill for her effort. Pacers back within one. It's 13-12, Mount Olive. It'll be Fox to the serve. Good serve as it's met by Schaefer. Set up an attack from Landis. Pacers work it around. Set up for Loftus up the middle. Played in the back row. Melvin gives it a tap. Bostic there to dig. Fox with the set. Attack on the far side, and that is going to be a kill. Chloe Duzenak with a rifle of a shot ties this one at 13. Fox going to the back row with the serve. Played by Gore. Set from Schaefer. Melvin on the attack. Into the block and down. Pearson and Duzenak again forming a nice wall to give the Pacers the point and give them the lead at 14-13. Hard serve. Melvin plays it. Set from Gore. Melvin on the attack. Loftus gets a dig on that, but it's going to soar out past the antenna. The point will go to the Trojans. 14-all the score. Reed serve. Loftus sets. Attack from Duzenak. That runs into the block. It's out. Louis Duzenak getting the kill. Pacers take the point. It'll be Lexi Rogers at the line serving. Played by Mount Olive into the block. Fox is there to pick it up. Rogers taps it on over. That will be played by Reed. Schaefer sets for Melvin. Melvin through the defense for the kill. Back and forth we go again, all tied at 15 apiece. It'll be Melvin to serve. Melvin's serve is long. Rogers wisely lets it go by, and the service error gives it over to the Pacers. Bostic to the line. Her team up by 1. The serve. Played by Riesinger. Schaefer with the setup. Back for Riesinger. She'll just push it on over. Anna Kate will play it. Set from Fox for Summer. And Anna Summer bounces it off a defender for the kill. Bostic serves. Schaefer with the play on it. Riesinger's attack, and she buries that down the middle for the kill. Bostic made a nice play on it, but it was just out of her reach. Caroline Schaefer serving it up. To her counterpart, Bostic. Loftus sets it for Rogers. Tapped over the block, played by Riesinger. Quick set, attack, stuffed at the net, kept alive. Pushed over by Haney. Pacers work it around in their end. Set for Summer. Summer's attack off of Melvin and out. Anna Summer getting the kill. And the Pacers are back up by 2, 18-16. Hogan back on the floor to serve. After the Pacers mounted that comeback in the first set, this has been a really close volleyball match. Neither team able to really get much separation from the other. Melvin goes down to receive. Riesinger's attack is off the block and down. A kill for number 7 in white as Riesinger picks up the point for Mount Olive. Anna Tanton back onto the floor now. She will serve. 18-17 the score. And the serve goes into the net. The Pacers take the point on the service error. Anna Kate Loftus to serve. Sends it on its way. Riesinger plays it. Set from Tanton. Attack on the far side. Stuffed at the net. Allie Bishop and Anna Summer will get the block. The Pacers will take the point, and we get a whistle here. And it's just for a timeout. So timeout taken by Mount Olive. 20-17 your score here in the third set. All tied 1 set apiece. Back from the break. Anna Kate Loftus continuing to serve. 20-17 the score. Mount Olive taking that timeout, trying to bring momentum back to their side of the floor. Loftus serves it on up. It's played by Schaefer. Set up onto the far side for Landis, and Landis' attack is wide. Mount Olive looking for a tip, not going to get the call. Pacers take the first point out of the timeout. Riesinger plays the serve. Set back up for her. Nice attack, but Loftus read it perfectly. Set for Rogers. She'll tip it on over. Will be played by Tanton. Set for Riesinger. Dug up by Bishop. Hogan with the set. Rogers on the attack, and Rogers' attack is long. Now the Pacers turn to look for a tip and not get the call, as Mount Olive will take back over. The serve goes into Rogers. Hogan will set it up. Anna Summer on the attack, played by Schaefer on the dig. Set up here for Landis, and Landis is able to drop that one in the back row. Loftus didn't get a good read on it. That'll be a point for Mount Olive. 21-19 the score now. Mount Olive back within 2. Serve is to Rogers. Hogan trying to catch the defense asleep. Mount Olive was ready for it, though. Melvin pushes it over. Hogan again with the set. Attack into the block. Kept alive by the Pacers. Rogers on the swing. This one blocked. Still a live ball. Hogan sets far side. Bishop on the attack. Bounces around. Melvin gives it a swing. Into the blockers and down. Anna Summer and Allie Bishop, although it was all Anna Summer on that stuff. Summer serves it on up to Schaefer. Set, tipped, just gets over the net, and Caitlin Landis just skirts it off the top of the net and down. Pacers would have taken a miracle to get a play on that one. Rachel Clark serving. Her serve comes in hot. Hogan with the set. Bishop on the attack. Ooh, nice dig by Tanton. This one will get bumped over by Landis. Bishop plays it first. Hogan sets for Bishop. Tipped on over. Allie Bishop with the kill. Lose the score to 23-20. Madison Fox comes back out to serve. Fox floats it on in from Melvin. Set up, attack here from Parker. Pacers push it back over again. It's played by Gore in the back row. Parker gives it a swing into the block, bounces around. Anna Kate Loftus sending it over. Set for Melvin on the far side. Dug up by Bostic. Floating ball goes off the top of the net. Melvin plays it reactively as it's sent back over to the Pacer end. Fox sets. Attack from Duzenak, and Duzenak's attack is long. Mount Olive takes the point. So 23-21, your score. At the line serving will be Lindsay Reed. Rogers receives. Fox, tough set for Rogers. She's able to get it over, and Lexi Rogers gets the kill. I think Mount Olive expected that ball to go into the net, and somehow it found its way over. And it's set point USC Aiken 24-21. Rogers, hard serve. Melvin plays, set, far side, attack from Haney. And Haney puts it down in the back row for the kill. Melvin to serve. Olivia Melvin. Set point number 2 for USC Aiken at 24-22. Into Rogers. Fox sets for Loftus. Loftus through the block. Melvin is there. Set on up. Attack from Haney, and it's going to be downed. Ball handling error is the call. Pacers take the point, and Pacers take the set, 25-22. They close out the third set, leading Mount Olive 2-1. The teams will switch sides again. We'll be back with the fourth set in just a moment. They come back from the break. Pacers up 2-1 over Mount Olive. Some updated numbers. Anna Summer leading the pack for USC Aiken with 12 kills on 18 swings with only 1 error. She's picked up a .611 hitting percentage in this contest to go along with 3 blocks. Avery Pearson doing a heck of a job on defense. 5 blocks in total along with a solo block for USC Aiken. Over on the Mount Olive side, the kills leader remains Olivia Melvin. She's got a double-double with 15 kills and 10 digs. Riesinger falling not too far behind with 11 kills on the match. He also has a .348 hitting percentage for the Trojans. As things stand, Melvin is the only one with a double-double, although a couple players on double-double watch. Madison Fox at 17 assists with 6 digs in the contest. And Lindsay Reed also on double-double watch with 17 assists and 7 digs. Well, Sydney Hogan will serve for the Pacers as they try to close this match out. They lead 2-1 over Mount Olive. Trojans looking to force a 5th and deciding set here in the first match of this weekend tournament here in Aiken, South Carolina. And the officials give him the go-ahead. Hogan will serve. Quick setup here from Tanton. Attack from Riesinger, and Riesinger finds the back line for the kill.
Number 7, Brianna Reisinger.
Serve comes from Tanton. Hogan will set for Loftus. Loftus gets it through the block for the kill. Pacers answering right back again. Now, Loftus has had some really good quality swings today. It's kind of shocking. That's only her 4th kill on the match, although she flirts with and gets a service ace. That is her 2nd service ace on the match. Loftus serving it up again. Will be played by Schaefer. Set. Attack pushed on over. Hogan will play it. Bostic with the set for Rogers, and Lexi Rogers' attack goes down the line for the kill. Had to wait for the official marking on that one, but they say it was in. Great placement there by number 20 in red. Loftus' serve, played by Riesinger. Set back for Riesinger, into the block, kept alive. Schaefer with the setup. Attack gets through the block and down. Caitlin Landis picks up the kill, and Mount Olive takes the point. Gore on serve and sends it long. Easy come, easy go. Pacers take the point. They're back out in front by 2. That'll be Anna Summer to serve. Summer serves it on up. Played by Schaefer on the reception. Set, attack, and kill. Rachel Clark pulls the trigger fast to get the kill. After picking up the point, Clark will go to the line to serve. Serve is to Loftus. Hogan gives it a bump for Rogers. That runs into the block, and it's down. Lexi Rogers getting the kill. Madison Fox will step to the line to serve now. Her serve is played by Gore. Quick attack. Another fast trigger pull, and this one coming off the hands of Danielle Parker as she picks up a point. Lindsay Reed serving. Tough handle on the reception, and that one's wide. Melvin went up to try to bury one, and she sent it wide of the line by a foot. So the mistake by the Pacers does not cost them because Mount Olive pulled off a bigger one. Lexi Rogers will serve it up to Melvin. Set up, attack on the near side. That one's all the way through the back end. Nobody touched it. An attack error from Haney gives the Pacers the point. Rogers floats a serve in. Worked around by Mount Olive, attack far side. Rogers makes the dig, still a live ball, but it finally ends up in the seats. Duzenak tried to get a play on it, but it was well out of her reach. Melvin getting credit with the kill on the play. She will serve it on up now. Rogers receive, Fox sets, Duzenak hesitates, now sends it over. Melvin with the setup, attack, gets through, Bostic got a hand under it and sends it back over. Set back up on the far side for Haney. Runs into the block, popped into the air. Back up for Loftus. Melvin will get the dig on her attack. Set here near side. Riesinger played nicely by Loftus. Set for Rogers. Rogers down the middle for the kill. Rogers picking up her 9th of the match. Kira Bostic will serve. Ooh, tough handle on the serve. Pop back into the air. Pacers will work it in their end. Fox with the setup. Attack from Loftus, and Loftus's attack is wide. That'll be a point for the Trojans, 8-6. Schaefer serves it up. Goes right at Loftus. Fox goes down to set. And Anna Kate Loftus going right at Melvin and picking up the kill for her effort. Sydney Hogan to serve for the Pacers, up 9-6. Melvin receives. Set at the net. Attack far side. Bounces around a little bit, and Loftus is just going to send this over. Set up here by Reed. Attack. Bounces off of Summer. She's going to try to give it another swing. Another pinball effort, but it's kept alive by the Pacers. Another attack up the middle. Bishop gets a hand on it. Trying to punch it on over is Loftus, but she just couldn't get enough of her fingers on it. Another point for the Trojans, so they will pull back within 2. Tanton off the bench to serve. First serve is played by Rogers. Hogan will give it a set. Attack from Bishop up the middle. Dug up nicely by Tanton. Attack here from Riesinger. Back right over to the Mount Olive side. Riesinger gives it another swing. Hogan goes down to dig that one. Summer nearly takes out. Bostic blocked at the net. And that will be a point for Mount Olive. Give Rachel Clark the block. As Mount Olive pulls within 1. Brianna Tanton serving again. Loftus to Hogan. Back to Loftus again. Off the block, Melvin gets it in the back row. Tanton sets for Melvin. Up the middle, and that one out through the back end. Pacers will take the point. Loftus. Good serve. Tanton sets it high in the air for Landis, and the Pacers unable to corral it. That'll be a kill for Landis and a point for Mount Olive. Landis, that's her 9th kill on the match. She's pulling into double-digit territory there. Casey Gore to serve for Mount Olive. Bostic goes down to play it. Set up here for Bishop. Nice dig by Schaefer. Kept back in play, and Schaefer will send it on over. Loftus first to play it. Set for Summer, and Anna Summer bouncing it off the defenders for the kill. Another pause here as we mop the floor. Play will resume. Anna Summer at the line. Melvin, tough handle, but receives it and stuffed at the net. Melvin tried to give it a swing, but Allie Bishop and Avery Pearson said no way as they went up to stuff it back onto the Mount Olive end. Summers serves it up to Melvin. That one almost drifted back over. Now the Pacers will play it with Bishop. Hogan sets for Rogers. Rogers through the defense for the kill. And a timeout taken by the Mount Olive bench halfway through the third set. Pacers up 13-9 over the Trojans, leading 2-1. And Mount Olive returns from their bench after taking the timeout. 13-9 the score here in set number 4. Pacers leading Mount Olive in sets and in the set. Anna Summer continuing at the line. Floats it on into Melvin. Set up by Tanton. Attack on the far side. Nice dig by Anna Summer. Hogan will set for Rogers. Tough angle, but she got it through. Hogan will set back up for Rogers. Rogers gives it a nice swing, but a little too much behind it as it goes to the back end. It'll be a Mount Olive point. Rachel Clark with the serve, and she serves it into the net. Another service error, the 11th of the match for Mount Olive. They're -5 in the aces to errors category. As Fox serves it up. Olivia Melvin receives. Tanton sets it back for her. She pushes it over and finds an open space. Give it a campfire kill to Olivia Melvin. That'll be another point for Mount Olive. Melvin with 17 kills on the match, flirting with 20. See if she can get there as this serve comes over. Bostic plays it. Fox sets. Pushed on over by Pearson. Worked around by Mount Olive. Here's an attack, and that one goes into the net. Melvin can't get it to go over. Point will go to USC Aiken. Lexi Rogers at the line. Serve played around in the Mount Olive end. Here comes the attack from Haney. Rogers got a hand on it but couldn't get it to go the right way. That'll be a kill for Ashlyn Haney. Trojans take back over on serve. 15-12 your score here in the fourth. Olivia Melvin sending it. Ooh, good movement on that serve. Melvin picks up the service ace. That'll be her third service ace. That puts her as a +1 in the category. 3 aces to 2 errors. This one will be played by Bostic. Fox, tough set, and they're going to blow it dead. An illegal attack called on Mount Olive. And the Pacers get the point on another miscue. Three-point advantage for USC Aiken. Kira Bostic at the line. Fast serve to her counterpart, Schaefer. Quick set, stuffed at the net. Anna Summer, a solo stuff for number 8 in red. Bostic with another low serve. Another quick set, attack is going to go off the antenna. Point for the Pacers. Attack error from Riesinger. Bostic sending it on its way. Tough reception, worked around, sent over for Haney. Rogers digs that out in the back row. Set here on the near side for Duzenak, and Chloe Duzenak finds an opening for the kill. And another timeout taken by the Mount Olive bench. 19-13, USC Aiken leading the visiting Trojans here in the fourth set, trying to close this one out, up 2-1. Kira Bostic continuing to serve for USC Aiken as they lead the Trojans by 6 here in the fourth set. Serve goes into the net. Bostic unable to get that to roll over top. The service error gives the point to Mount Olive. Caroline Schaefer at the line. The Trojan libero serving. We play by Rogers. Fox comes to set for Duzenak. Nice dig there by Melvin, kind of just reacting to it. Schaefer sends it over. Summer starts it. Fox sets it. Loftus attacks. Dug up by Reed. Set near side. Riesinger gets it through the block, threading it through the defense for the kill. 19-15 now the score. Schaefer serves. Rogers receives. Fox sending on over. Schaefer right there to play it. Bumped on over. Pacers will play. Fox sets for Summer. Summer looking for the corner, but it's going to be long. Another point for Mount Olive. They're on a bit of a run now as they only trail by 3. Schaefer serving it on up. Loftus will play it this time. Fox will set for Duzenak, and Duzenak able to beat the block for the kill. Sydney Hogan back onto the floor to serve as Duzenak and Fox step off. Bishop also returning to the action. There is play by Melvin. Schaefer with the high set. This one's just going to get pushed over, and it's blown dead. Ball handling error is the call. Another costly error for the Trojans. Hogan serves it up. Melvin receives. Set up by Reed. Attack and a bullet in the back row. Brianna Riesinger getting the kill. Mount Olive taking back over on serve. 14th kill for Riesinger. It'll be Tanton to serve now for Mount Olive. Sends it in. The Bostic. Loftus makes a nice play to try to keep it alive, and Bishop or Rogers, either way, could not get it to go over. So they'll give a service ace to Tanton. That is her second ace of the day. Serve is in to Rogers. Hogan almost misplayed it. Summer on the attack. Melvin is there. Tipped down by Anna Kate Loftus. The ball drifted too far, and Loftus made him pay. Anna Kate Loftus will go to the line to serve now. Schaefer plays it. Set up. And that one will go right into the net. Misplayed on the Mount Olive side. Another point for the Pacers. It's 23-18. Received cleanly. Set high. Attack goes long. Nobody touched it. And it is match point USC Aiken. 24-18 here in the fourth set. Pacers hoping to win their home opener, improve to 500 on the year. Loftus with the serve. Set up here by Tanton. Attack, blocked at the net, kept alive and sent on over. Loftus starts the play. Hogan sets. Attack from Bishop. Melvin is there to get it. Schaefer with the set. Attack from Landis, and it is stuffed! Bishop and Summer closing it out with a wall as the Pacers win 25-18 in the fourth to beat Mount Olive 3-1. As we said, Pacers improved to 2-2 on the season. Mount Olive dropping to 1-3 as the Pacers take game one of the weekend tournament and will take a long break before their next match. Again, USC Aiken will be back in action against a very talented Carson Newman team at 7 o'clock p.m. But the next match coming up in just a little bit, Augusta versus North Greenville, scheduled for 1. Highly unlikely they'll get that off considering they'd only have 5 minutes to warm up. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a little bit with the second match of the weekend tournament. Jordan Phillips will be on the broadcast for that one. We look forward to seeing you. Stick around. We'll be back in just a bit.